so that if he ever felt any emotion other than anger, it caused him extreme pain. Surprisingly sad, Legion.
Gaming. I'm your girl Tasha.
I'm T. What's up, y'all?
So what we doing today, babe?
All right, so we are jumping back into the Grimdark, in which the video we were reacting to before was Bricky's video on the Legions.
Shout out to Bricky.
Yeah, shout out to Bricky. And so the video is basically talking about all the legions that are involved in the Imperium of Mankind, some which are loyal and others who have become traitor. And I believe there were two in there that they didn't mention. Yeah, and y'all had let us know in the comment section that there is a reason why they don't talk about them, and that's because it's
kind of like Voldemort.
Yeah, it was kind of like Voldemort. They had done some really bad things, and so
shall not be named.
We wrapped up the video, or we got halfway through the video, and then I was asking you which ones were your favorite.
The third Legion.
Yeah, I think you said it was the Emperor's Children.
Yeah,
which they wore the purple and
they look like royalty to me. They look like Griffith.
Right. Yeah. You're saying how they look like Griffith from Berserk.
Yeah.
But I think,
who was your favorite?
Well, they haven't gotten to my favorite yet.
Oh, okay.
But they did mention a legion that I thought was very interesting, which was the Night Lords, which I think that one was made up of like convicts and killers and stuff like that. And so they
like Australians.
Yeah, I guess so, if that's how you want to make the comparison.
Over, you killed them! Vampires don't do dishes.
The Blood Angels. Allegiance, loyal. Primarch, sanguineous. An angel, a vampire, a dead-ass motherfucker. Single word descriptor, blood. The Blood Angels are 9th Legion, hailing from the homeworld of Baal, with their Primarch, Sanguinius. The Blood Angels are a tragic tale with one of the best Primarchs, one beloved by almost everybody, a genuine angelic figure who led his people to glory, killed by the hands of the traitor Horus before the Emperor's eyes. The death of their Primarch led the entire Legion to madness as their gene seed malfunctioned and created something known as the Black Rage. The Blood Angels degrade over time, experiencing something called the Red Thirst, which gives them a genuine vampiric thirst for blood. As their minds degrade and break down, they get angrier and angrier, becoming berserk killing machines with no other goal than to tear everything in sight apart. But they don't see it as that. They see themselves there, at their Primarch's demise, with Horus in sight. And to them, it's time for vengeance. That Space Marine over there, that Chaos Space Marine, that's Horus. Kill him. That Orc War Boss over there, Horus. Kill him. That Tyranid Swarm, 1,000 Horuses. Horai. Kill them all. Did your toast come out a little bit burnt? Horus sabotaged your toaster. Destroy the toaster. Destroy it. Do it. Do it. Kill your toaster. Do it. This slow, debilitating disease takes over the Blood Angels, and it gives them this angelic, vampire, and Catholic-inspired imagery. They have chalices of blood. They rest in coffins and can even use psychic powers to sprout angel wings from their bodies. They are a tragedy through and through, and the only thing that will look more tragic are the mangled bodies of those they come in contact with.
I got a diesel engine, and honey, we fuck.
That was crazy.
That was crazy.
So all of them are going through this gene.
The gene seed. Yeah, because the I believe the Space Marines, they have the genes of their Primarch embedded in them when they're experimented on, or when they're like turned into Space Marines.
Right. So, because I was wondering how would all of them be affected by that.
So they're kind of all just connected to their Primarchs.
Yeah, but they're in a psychosis.
Yeah, definitely.
That's insane.
Got to mention, we're gonna take your job away.
The Iron Hands. Allegiance, loyalist. Primarch, Ferrus Manus, a machinist, an inventor, and not a great head on his shoulders. Single word, bionics. The Iron Hands are from the home planet of Medusa and their Primarch, Ferrus Manus. Does Ferrus Manus have an iron hand?
I love to see the planets too.
Yeah,
looking at the planets.
Yeah,
are
did you
really
see that?
Interesting.
It had like a ring like Saturn, but it looked like metal and
that's
shit.
Very cool.
Yeah, that is cool. Almost like half a Dyson spear.
Yeah.
Dusa and their Primarch Ferrus Manus. Does Ferrus Manus have an iron hand? You fucking know he's got an iron hand. The Iron Hands believe that the flesh is weakness. But despite all of their enhancements, despite all the things that made them demigods, replacing some of the flesh with bionics will allow them to serve the Emperor more. They go hard into vehicles and dreadnoughts. Dreadnoughts being giant walking sarcophagi that have wounded space marines piloting them from the inside. Vehicles, metal upgrades. These are the things that make up this legion. Their tech marines have servo arms sticking out from all directions. They have a wide array of mechanics and extremely often replace limbs with metal ones, serving all kinds of different functions to deal with their enemies. The Iron Hands are also not particularly nice. They're kind of assholes. I mean, marines are already normally pretty big assholes, but they're a little bit up there because of their flesh, civilians made of flesh, because you see, the flesh is weak. Flesh is corruptible. Bionics, the strength of the machine is pure and cannot so easily be corrupted. So if you want people who have this little techno fetishistic vibe to them, that love their vehicles and their walking coffins, hit up the Iron Hands.
Understand, Commander.
So that, that's kind of interesting because it seems like they, instead of following the Emperor, they probably should be following the Omnissiah, which was like the robot god. And so it's surprising that this legion, the Iron Hand, they don't kind of follow suit in that.
Very interesting. I wonder why.
Yeah.
Their vehicles and their walking coffins, hit up the Iron Hands.
Understand, Commander. I was never here.
Legion 11.
I guess we're gonna skip over these guys.
Yeah,
as well.
they did that with the second Legion as
Yeah.
well. So apparently they're like really bad.
Why, hello there. I have returned from
Vacation?
touching grass.
I can tell.
I'm pretty
He
cool
looks different.
That's funny.
with the grass
He
touching
looks
me.
well rested.
Now let's continue our Warhammer lecture.
This ruffles my jammies.
He took an entire break. He
Yeah,
went on
right.
vacation, came back looking all well rested, and then he's like, "Okay, let's go." Look like a different person. That's funny.
Okay, so what's going on here? I am a super sandwich!
The World Eaters. Allegiance, Heretic. Primarch, Angron. A butcher, a slaughterer.
He got dreads.
Earth-shatteringly, unreasonably fuck-ass mad.
Single word descriptor,
He's angry.
anger. Hey, you. Yeah, you. Are you mad? Do you just fucking hate everything? Do you want to murder everything in sight and get rewarded for doing so? Then you should join the World Eaters. Home planet of Nuceria and Primarch Angron, who, if the name didn't suggest, is real fucking angry. Angron was raised a slave, forced to fight in gladiator pits. When he refused, they shoved old world tech into his brain so that if he ever felt any emotion other than anger, it caused him extreme pain. All his sons, wanting to be like their dad, also put a version of these nails in their brain. So now you have an entire legion who literally feel unimaginable pain if they are feeling any emotion other than anger.
God.
Slap them with a freight train of armor, 2 goddamn chainsaw axes, and you can see what's gonna happen. It's no wonder they're corrupted by corn. They're honestly a surprisingly sad legion that I actually screwed up in assuming that they were all just angry murderers. I mean, they are. But they didn't start out that way. Their corn corruption degraded their intelligence, their free will, and made powerful warriors into arguably even more powerful warriors, but blunt, like frothing at the mouth psycho warriors. The World Eaters, like I mentioned in the Space Wolves, they wear their concept on their sleeve. They are angry, they want to kill things, they want to kill you, and maybe some of their friends, and that's the faction. They're red, they're mad, they're gonna run at you and cause death. If you like that, you play the World Eaters. Or you like it because they were, at one point a lot better than that. Most of Warhammer was a lot better than that. I was once a lot better than that. That was when I was in college. I didn't finish college, and neither did Angron.
So with the World Eaters.
Angron.
Yes, the World Eaters, they have their Primarch Angron, and these guys are so angry that they become corrupted by the, I guess, the god of
Corn.
Corn. the evil chaos god of like war, destruction,
but that has to be
killing and blood
exhausting though. You have to, because being angry, it makes you exhausted, and then the fact that you aren't allowed to have free will to feel any other feelings, and then they have all these things coming out of their head, looks like dreadlocks. It's like, to be in constant anger, it's just too much.
But
I
you
feel bad for them.
Yeah, but you can't feel any other way.
It'll be painful,
Yeah,
and it's like,
right.
It makes me wonder, would some of them eventually choose pain over the anger, just consistent pain?
Maybe that's how a lot of like a masochist or something is. I feel like I have a coworker that would have been really good as a world eater because she was always angry.
Oh, she.
Yeah, she was always angry at everybody. Nobody wanted to work around her.
Yikes! You don't think she wanted to be part of the sisters of battle?
No, she just wanted to be angry at work and take all her anger out on everyone around her.
Wow.
Yeah.
Maybe it was corn.
Yeah.
Ale is it. He must eat it. Ale.
Hail Caesar. If it's not done by sunrise, I'll cut your balls off.
The Ultramarines. Allegiance, loyalist. Primarch, Rabute Gilliman. That's how it's said. An analyst, a diplomat, a blueberry boy scout. Single word descriptor, duty. When you see Space Marines on a box or just Space Marines in promotional material, notice how they are always colored blue. These are the blue Space Marines. These ones here, the Ultramarines, who hail from the world of Macrog with their Primarch, Rabute Gorilla Man. Ultramarines are the white bread of Space Marines, the grilled chicken with salt and pepper. This is by no means an insult. They are plain Jane, but that's also because they are so goddamn good at their job. Their skill for warfare is paramount, but so is their ability for leadership. Gilliman for a while was a damn boring Primarch for all the reasons he was great, because no matter how hard you try, you don't win a war without logistics, without supply lines, without trade routes, without infrastructure and economy. You don't win anything without all that stuff, and Gilliman knows it, which is why he has one of the largest standing empires in the Imperium, named Ultramar, which is why his sons are the most recognizable of all the Space Marines, which is why the only thing that rivals the weight of their victories is the weight of their egos. They are good at everything and bad at nothing. They are great at everything. Other legions can do other things better than them, but they are good at everything. The most interesting thing about the Ultramarines is their characters, as they are all now inflicted with various amounts of ultra depression for many reasons. Gilliman is, at the time of recording, the only playable Primarch currently on the tabletop, and the only one that has returned to the 41st millennium for the Loyalist side. He took one look at what his empire has become and immediately wanted to fucking die. Being forced to lead everything he once hated, an Imperium rotten to its core, with his sole responsibility to save it, is kind of what makes him interesting. They are a perfectly standard legion with perfectly standard ideals, and great if you want a simple, clean slate.
Uh-oh, stinky.
It feels like Americana, even though they have like other symbols like the Omega symbol and then the Caesar crown on their head. It still feels very Americana.
Yeah. Like that would be like America.
Yeah.
Within the Warhammer universe.
Yeah. And I like, and their planet looked like Earth as well.
Okay.
So,
yeah.
I kind of like that.
Terra.
America.
And great if you want a simple, clean slate.
Oh, stinky. Funny poop. Poop funny. Woo.
The Death Guard. Allegiance, heretic. Primarch, Mortarian. A reaper, a poison, an ungodly stench. Single word descriptor, rot. The Death Guard hail from Barbaros, with the Primarch Mortarium. The 14th Legion were known for their incredible resilience to damage.
That's a lot of damage.
Where the Imperial Fists were defensive thanks to tactics and posturing, the Death Guard were resilient because they could take a punch or a gut shot or a cannon to the chest and just keep on moving. They are slow, yet they are resistant, which was only confounded as a Death Guard captain, Typhus, codename Dickhead, sold them out to Nurgle, god
Gargle.
of rot and
A
decay.
Nurgle.
Now, the Death Guard are a Nurgle-worshipping infected legion whose ability to
Nurgle.
feel pain and take damage has all but just gone away. They wade through gunfire, able to kill normal Marines 10 times over and continue unharmed, all while spreading rot and disease in the name of their dark, very stinky master. Where the Death Guard enter, plague spreads. People get sick and they die. They spread debilitating disease to all around them. Why would a legion need to be anything more than very tanky when their enemies are falling over, puking, firing out of both ends, and having their skin peel off just by their presence? Entire worlds infested with a zombie rot, swarms of insects that eat flesh and metal alike, all while the legion advances slowly, painfully, allowing the disease they spread to take its toll before they reap the lives they believe belong to them. And look at Mortarian's model, dude. The man is baller as fuck.
Yeah,
a gigantic moth with a gigantic scythe. Come on now. The Death Guard.
For my next
What do you think about that?
That was crazy.
Yeah.
Like, they obviously don't take baths. They're dirty, they're nasty, spreading disease. It's like, ew. Yeah.
The Death Guard.
For my next trick!
I'm gonna fucking kill myself.
The Thousand Sons.
shit.
Allegiance, Heretic. Primarch, Magnus the Red. A scholar, a sorcerer,
Yes.
a fucking
Horns coming
nerd.
out
Single
of
word descriptor?
boobs.
It was horns coming out like the chest.
I don't remember that one.
Yeah.
Did he talk about her?
No, it's a he. I don't think they have.
That's not
Yeah,
Selenis.
they don't. This is. Oh,
That's
they're
not
probably loyal to.
Selenis.
They're probably loyal to Selenis.
Allegiance, Heretic. Primarch, Magnus the Red. A scholar, a sorcerer,
coming out of
a
tits.
fucking nerd. Single word descriptor? Magic. The Thousand Sons hail from their homeworld of Prospero, with their Primarch Magnus the Red. The final of our 4 major Chaos God factions, the Thousand Sons are disciples of Zeech, the Changer of Ways. Heavily inspired by their
disciples of
Egyptian
Zeech.
theming, the Legion themselves are slaves to the god of trickery and change. Most of them no longer even having a physical form, reduced to just dust, piloting suits of armor at the whim of a sorcerer leader. The Thousand Sons do not deserve their fate. There's a common joke that Magnus did nothing wrong. This is untrue. He has done much wrong. However, he is very sympathetic, mainly because the Space Wolves and Leman Russ sought to end their rivalry through the annihilation of their legion, escaping only through the assistance of the Changer of Ways, and forever changed because of it. Meanwhile, magic is their main tool. Take some Lovecraftian style abilities, the eyes everywhere, and potent spells to be cast at their foes, whether these are bolts of psychic lightning, reversing time itself, opening up portals to unreality, or changing the very fabric of the universe. The Thousand Sons sorcery knows no bounds, and they are very good at it. If you're a fan of like wizards, your classic style of spellcaster, and you want a ton of them, combined with a tragic backstory and a Primarch who, like Mortarian, looks fucking baller, the Thousand Sons are for you.
You fucking asshole!
That is cool.
I like the magic aspect.
Yeah. So it's almost like you have different Primarchs or different legions for anything you can think about. Yeah, you have like the Blood Angels, which, you know, they're crazy and insane, but they're loyal to Khorne. And now you have these guys right here, which are literally mages that can manipulate time and energy.
I like that.
Yeah, that's
pretty cool.
Right. They have Space Marines for everything.
Fucking cheater. You're such a sore loser. You're a cheater.
My dad works at Nintendo!
The Sons of Horus, or the Luna Wolves, or the Black Legion. Allegiance, Heretic. Primarch, Horus, a warlord, a treasured friend, or the
heretics.
traitor himself.
So what?
A lot of heretics.
Yeah. Well, they betrayed the Emperor.
Single word descriptor, assault. The Sons of Horus are the formal name of Horus's legion, hailing from the world of Chthonium. The Sons of Horus themselves were assault troops. The strength of their attack was some of the most powerful in the legions. While the White Scars may favor speed for their strikes, the Sons of Horus were known for their overall offensive power. It was even said that if the Sons of Horus met the Imperial Fists, they would be at a stalemate for eternity. However, the Sons of Horus are no longer, because, well...
Oh, the Emperor.
They are now instead the Black Legion, led by Abaddon the Despoiler, who claims to succeed where his father failed. The Black Legion are still an offensive and assault-based force, but they act much like the Ultramarines, but for chaos. Your standard black and brass Space Marine, who are known for recruiting in all different kinds of avenues. Anyone can become a member of the Black Legion. Anyone can swear allegiance to the War Master. You gain favor by not just one, but all 4 gods equally. Their famous line, "Let the galaxy burn," is the best way to describe them. It doesn't matter.
It's easy to say that when you don't have a planet.
Right, yeah.
You know, and so now I'm thinking they just float in space and then go harass people because their planet is gone.
Yeah, I don't think they float in space, but, you know, they probably just go conquering worlds and then just taking them over.
Well, you have to float in space to do it.
Well, they have spaceships, but,
yeah,
you know.
that's
they
floating
just...
in space.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Okay, I see. You know, in my mind, I was thinking like them in space, you know, just...
No.
But that is kind of cool how they're like they're loyal to like all the chaos gods.
Yeah.
With all 4 gods equally. Their famous line, "Let the galaxy burn," is the best way to describe them. It doesn't matter what the outcome is. So long as the Imperium dies, the Black Legion has done its job. They are a legion formed from hatred and spite, with a clear goal in mind, as the dark gods are calling and the Black Legion are sure to answer.
Hello. Do you have a moment to talk about our Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ?
No.
It wasn't fucking optional!
The Word Bearers. Allegiance, heretic. Primarch, Lorgar Aurelian. A preacher.
Cool.
A fanatic. A choir boy. Single word descriptor? Zeal. If the Black Legion answer the call of the Dark Gods, what if instead you decide to call the gods first? Well, then the Word Bearers are for you. The 17th Legion, led by Primarch Lorgar on the planet of Colchis.
A lot of these...
Originally obsessed with worshiping the Emperor of Man.
Like all these people with no planets, but then you know what I noticed? Most of them don't have water anyway. So I'm like, what did they survive on? You know?
That's what the video we're gonna do next.
Okay.
We're gonna explore like the worlds that they live on and see how they survive.
Yeah, that'd be interesting.
Because as far as I know, for like Space Marine training, especially for like the Grey Knights, they go through a lot, and maybe part of their training might be to go days, months without water.
Interesting.
Food. Yeah.
Okay.
And kind as a god, they found that despite his divinity, he was not worthy of worship because, you know, he raised their equivalent of Jerusalem to the ground for daring to worship him. Like, could you imagine if God actually showed up and was just like, Jerusalem is stupid, it just destroyed the whole thing? Like, what would that do to your head? But there are gods that want worship and will reward those who do. The Word Bearers are chaos worshippers to a T. All chaos gods. They specialize in demonic rituals, the summoning of demons, and the mutual possession of their own troops. They welcome demons to their bodies to fight as one. They exalt the dark gods themselves for aid, and guess what? They answer. In the world of 40K, Satan doesn't just call you back. He hops in his GT Mustang and he crashes on your couch. In the world of 40K, your rituals will end with genuine results. The Word Bearers know this. They know through sacrifices, through devotion, through dark baptism, the gods will answer and they will be rewarded. So they use it. They bring forth demons. They bring forth possessions. They bring forth the power of the Neverborn, the damned, and those that hide in the dark to bear against the Imperium. Lorgar sits there, smiling, as the truth he always knew, the existence of gods and the importance of faith is a reality. And it is a tool he is using to rend the galaxy.
Dear Sir Stroke Madam.
Question about that. So when they allow the possession, I wonder, do they stay possessed? You know?
That's a good question.
But there's a lot going on with that one that seems very interesting to me that deserves like more time.
That deserves like a whole video in itself.
Definitely. And I thought it very interesting that he was holding up like the tablets because it was very Moses of him.
Right, yeah,
like
very
with
reminiscent of the
Ten Commandments. And then he's like their word bearers. So you seen like this, on his head, and I think that's very cool. And so it's kind of like, do they go around like quoting scriptures? You know, like the people who've been in church and are like very gung-ho about church, and every time they're speaking in scriptures, or they have a scripture for that. That's kind of how I view them,
right?
You know, but then
they summon demons.
They have that side where, and it's like, I can see church folks doing that.
Yeah.
Because a lot of them are not that nice, you know.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean? They quote scriptures, but it's like,
they don't follow the scripture.
They seem very evil. Not all of them, but a lot of them. You know, there's no hate like Christian hate.
We'll just leave it at that.
I definitely want to look into that.
Yeah, that'll be a pretty good video to check out.
Dear sir, stroke madam.
Ain't no hate
Fire!
like Christian hate.
Exclamation mark. Fire! Exclamation mark. Help me.
The Salamanders. Allegiance, Loyalist. Primarch, Vulcan. A Forge Master. A Behemoth. A very huggy boy. Single word descriptor, fire. The Salamanders hail from Nocturne, a volcanic planet home to their Primarch Vulcan. They are the largest of the Space Marines, not due to numbers, but rather size. Vulcan, he is an enormous slab of beef, by far the largest of all the Primarchs. However, don't let his size fool you, as he is also the kindest. Salamanders have the juxtaposition of looking frightening, being larger than other Marines, while also boasting an ashy, like coal color skin and blazing red eyes, while simultaneously carrying around all manner of flame weaponry. So your average civilian might be spooked, but in reality, they are by far the kindest of all the legions to those civilians. Vulcan believes that to safeguard the Imperium is to, at the end of the day, safeguard its people. So unlike other legions who put their lives far and above the average human, the Salamanders spend significantly more time trying to save them, often taking numerous losses by doing so. They are very independent as well. They're forgers and blacksmiths, maintaining their own weapons and crafting versions of it. They also have the very rare privilege of being able to see their families even after becoming a Space Marine. They care, which is the funny part, because the 7.5-foot tall giant with flaming red eyes who just reduced a traitor to bubbling metal says, "You have nothing to fear, young citizen. Take my hand." If you enjoy fire, melting things, and being the nicer of the Marines, Salamanders are for you.
Now, what do you think about the Salamanders?
Yeah, I remember when we did the reaction to the Pariah Nexus, and I was very caught off guard because, like he said, these guys are huge. Right. They have this weird looking skin, but then he was like really kind. And so I was kind of confused at first, but it really made me like the Salamanders a lot.
Yeah,
you know,
I figured that.
So,
because you're always looking for like the goodness in this world.
I am. It's so much hate and anger in this world, in this universe.
But you can see why. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's the only way you're going to survive. When you got demon magicians over here, you got crazy heretic lunatics, you got bugs, you got orcs, you got AI machines that everything wants to kill you.
But see, the Salamanders are my glimmer of hope.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
And that's what I need. I need that little glimmer of hope.
Right.
Just to survive.
Saga, sneak attacks don't work if you yell it out loud.
The Raven Guard. Allegiance, Loyalist. Primarch, Corvus Corax. A raven, a shadow, an industrial dance DJ. Single word descriptor, stealth. The Raven Guard are the final Loyalist Legion at 19 and hail from the planet Deliverance with Primarch Corvus Corax. If it hasn't been made clear enough already, the Raven Guard are stealth specialists and proficient in all manners of assassination. Despite this, their signature winged jump pack and double lightning claw look is, well, not very stealthy. They are named after, of course, the Raven and embody the entire concept of it as a herald of death. They are stealthy, patient hunters that have no problem with waiting and waiting and waiting until the moment to strike is at hand. It's not easy being a stealth faction when your stealth involves people in 1 ton of power armor, but they find a way. That, more than anything, should not be used to show how ridiculous 40k is, even though it is, but rather to show how good the Raven Guard are at their jobs. It's not about them sneaking around you without being seen, but it's also about them having lied in wait for so long that it wasn't until they were in striking distance that you even realized they had been there. And also, if you want, you know, edgelord Marines with a long black haircut, pale skin, ravens everywhere, if you want to field assassins and snipers abound, then the Raven Guard are for you.
He could be in this very room.
That was quick.
He could be you. It could be me. He could even... Whoa, whoa, whoa! What? It was obvious.
The Alpha Legion. Allegiance? Heretic.
Oh. Damn.
Primarch, Alfarius, and Omegon. Saboteurs, destabilizers, they're in your walls. Single word descriptor, espionage. Finally, the 20th Legion, the Alpha Legion, led by Alfarius and Omegon. The only Legion to have two Primarchs who were split as twins. The Alpha Legion are heretical, we think, and specialize in destabilization of society and armies. Their entire shtick is the Hydra, because when you cut off one head, two more take its place. All of the Alpha Legion look exactly like their Primarch. Olive skin, shaved head. All claim to be Alfarius. All are liars. They make the largest use of sleeper cells and cultists in the Chaos Space Marine factions because it's extremely easy to take over a planet when you
Poisoned our water supply, burned our crops, and delivered a plague unto our houses.
Where the Raven Guard use stealth and sabotage to eliminate their enemies, the Alpha Legion prefer to weaken them over time with sleeper agents, impersonations, basically anything you could imagine from a hardcore spy movie or Cold War level espionage. Being Alfarius is not only an honor, being Alfarius is a requirement. There's a story of someone chasing down an Alpha Legion agent for years upon years, and when they finally catch up with them and they see that the agent is wearing the same face as their pursuer, because this was the plan all along, to kill him and take his spot. We're talking facial reconstruction surgery, we're talking hacking, we're talking political assassination and impersonation, everything.
Crazy.
They are Space Marines in name only, because being a strong stoic warrior is not what the Alpha Legion is interested in. In fact, the Alpha Legion is interested in you not even knowing that the Alpha Legion is a thing. I am Alfarius. You are Alfarius. We are all Alfarius in his Lord's glorious army. Thank you everyone so much for watching this video. I hope you learned a little something. I hope if you were on the fence about what Space Marines you wanted to field, you would now have a better idea of what you want to play. Buy my Gamer Sub Shaker. It's on sale. It's on pre-order. It's ready to go. Just get it. Just get it. Use code Bricky. It's in the description. Just get it. And
all right. So what did you think about the Alpha Legion?
The Alpha Legion, the last one.
The last one.
Very interesting. I would like to see how they are incognito because they look a certain way. So I don't know how they would infiltrate anything.
Right. And
You know
for the
what I
most
mean?
part, it kind of seems like with some Space Marines, you could just like change your armor or something like that.
You could change your armor, but they still look like huge guys. And then he said they all have a certain look to them. So, but they changed their faces.
Right.
That is disgusting.
Right. Yeah. Well,
So they're probably ripping people's faces off and doing a whole bunch of other things that we can't fathom.
The thing I'm kind of confused with is I understand that there's heretic legions or legions that are loyal to the Chaos Gods, but do they like fight amongst each other, or do they I guess maybe combine forces to go against the Imperium?
I can't see them combining forces. But
Yeah, it almost seems like everybody's just fighting everybody, you know.
Yeah.
And sometimes they might unite to fight against the Imperium of Man, but ultimately,
the universe is so big. I don't think they would have to come together in order to do something like that. You know. So, but I guess we'll see.
Yeah, but overall, what did you think?
Very interesting. A lot to take in.
Yeah. Do you have a favorite legion now, or still deciding? Because initially,
I just want to learn more about
some of the specific legions.
Well, I think it was the 12th legions because he had like the 10 Commandments and
okay.
stuff like that. I'm really interested in that because
now I think that was the word bearers.
Yeah, the word bearers.
Now initially, when we started the video, you said
the third,
the third
because
children.
I like the way they look.
Right. Yeah.
But the story of the word bearers really intrigued me.
It does. It does. You're right.
What about you?
I'm still rocking with the Blood Angels. I really like their design. I think they're cool. The lore
vampires.
The vampires. The lore is pretty fascinating. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So in our next video, we'll focus on the word bearers. And so, guys, if y'all have any suggestions of some videos that we could check out to learn a little bit more about the word bearers, that would be cool. Yeah, so, guys, make sure you stay tuned. We're going to continue our journey with the Warhammer universe. You can leave your thoughts down below in the comment section. As always, like, share, and subscribe. We'll see y'all next time. Take care. Peace.